women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense, perhaps
that's
like
right.
naturally.
It's very interesting. Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft, but it's bullshit. And it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy, one, and two, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, idiot. Of course you do. You just named your whole life is based on men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times were to get hard, or war were to start, or famine, or riots, the first thing you do is find a big strong man, yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes. It's garbage.
I can tell you how men and women can't be equal. You want me to tell you?
Yes.
Okay. If you are to look at force in society, who would you say has the monopoly on force, men or women?
Men on brute men. That's the biology.
They have the monopoly on physical force. So the question when you come down to rights is who can enforce rights. Women can't enforce their own rights. Men have to enforce women's rights. So there can never be real equality. There can never be real equality.
Literally, what the fuck? That is like so violent in nature. Even what you just said, like...
Hang on, just hear me out.
Yeah.
Inside of your society, you have rights. Those rights need to be enforced, right? So somebody doesn't violate them. Right? Here's how. Whenever you need criminals dealt with in society, it's men who are going to be dealing with the criminals. They're going to be putting them in the jails. They're going to be enforcing your laws. They're going to be protecting you while you sleep through the military.
Who are women's rights protecting us from, though? I'm like...
Well, they're not really protecting anybody from anything. They're an illusion. It's illusory.
You do kind of have a weird thing around money and like women and stuff and how much you make. Yeah, for sure. There's some like stuff going on, 100%.
What do you mean there's stuff going on?
Like with not wanting to pay the bill and like worrying about how much money you're making.
Why don't you want to pay the bill? Maybe there's something going on with you. You don't want to pay the bill. Are you a feminist? Do you believe in gender equality? When it comes to paying the bill, we as men, we don't know you. We don't know if you're worth it yet. So we're not going to pay to find out. I don't get this pushback against equally investing into the start of a relationship. I bet most of you would describe yourselves as feminists. I bet most of you would say you believe in gender equality, equality between the sexes. But it's funny, when that check comes, y'all are really quiet about being feminists and believing in equality.
My gender equality goes straight out the door when it's time to take the trash out.
I believe that. You said that you're a highly feminist, independent woman, yet you expect men to not only pay for the first date, but pay for 2, 3, 4. I assume you'd probably prefer, if the guy just continued providing indefinitely. I assume that'd be preferable.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you reconcile being a feminist, being independent, because that word means something.
Yes.
But having like a very, very strong preference to the point where if a guy didn't pay for you on the first date, he has to split, you would not want to have a second date. How do you reconcile that?
I guess I just would think that it's... At the end of the day, I would want him to... I guess that's the trade-off with considering myself a feminist, independent woman, is that I still believe there are gender roles and that I want the guy to feel like he's still in his masculine energy. So, I don't know, mental gymnastics?
What it sounds like. That's what it sounds like, but I mean, it sounds to me like you want equality only when it benefits you. Let's say there's just some boy out there, and he was just sleeping with a bunch of girls, and he gets a girl pregnant, and he's like, oh, man, and she wants to keep the kid, right? What would you say to him? Like, and he doesn't want to have the kid.
Get ready for child support. Child support. There's nothing you can do, like you have to pay the child support.
Tough luck, right?
He has no say,
you
right?
shouldn't have done that, right? See, we only hold men accountable for their bad decisions, but if a woman wanted to get an abortion, and if we were to tell that woman, you should have just kept your legs closed, a lot of people would be very offended by that comment. and say, well, women should still have an option. And whereas if a man gets a girl pregnant, suck it up, tough, enjoy 18 years of child support. You have no say as a guy. You have no option.